Welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful December day. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to walk around and show you the projects I'd like to get done this trip. Let's go for a walk. Yeah, you can't ask for a nicer day than this one. Just a mild breeze, mostly sunny, very pleasant temperatures. So let's start over here on a section of the road that's giving me problems still to access the ranch with a heavy loaded trailer. Here we are, not too far away from the gate. Gate's right over there. I put about a week into working on this little section of road right here. This used to be real bad, hard to get through here with a trailer. It had some rock outcrops that came out that I had to try to avoid by just inches. And it all sloped, kind of like that. It was pretty bad. So I built a rock embankment up on the side and then filled it in with spoils out of that little pond that's beside the 3040 model. If you caught the video, you know what I'm talking about back then. So the section I'm still having problems with on this road is from this little crest right here out to this other one. So my plans are, you can probably see it a little bit better right there. So my plans are just to fill it in from here to that lower elevation, peak to peak. Just a mild grade back down to that, because right now you come over that little peak right in here and then go down and then back up. So that's why I'm losing traction. It's just a little too steep. Not too much longer, I'm going to start working on those concrete stone dome structures, and I need to get gravel from the river that's out that way, about 3 miles away, and I need to make it up this with loads of gravel in that dump trailer. And right now I can make it up with about 7 scoops, and I'd really like to have a full trailer, about 14-15 scoops in there. So I think it's worth my time to go ahead and fix this. There's been many times, if you caught the videos in the past, where I just couldn't make it up here when I had a load of a bunch of firewood and rebar or something like that. It's kind of heavy. I'd have to pull the trailer over there and hand load it into the truck and make it down to the building. So this is one project I'd like to work on this trip. I don't know if I'll finish it, but maybe I can get it a little bit better than it is right now. So let's go back towards the house in the valley where the pond's at. I'll show you another area that I'm going to start on this trip working on. So this is another area I'd like to put a little time into at some point. From this crest of this one right here to this other one over here, I'd like to fill this in so it's pretty much level across there. And what that'll do is take out, having to go up this portion of the hill, and then it'll trap water on this backside that's flowing this way. I think it'll green up nicely along that side, and the road fill material can absorb that water, and on the lower side it'll green up as well. That's a little further down on my to-do list. I've got a million other things before it. Very nice scenic view from the top of this hill right here before you descend down into the valley where the building's at. So if you caught some videos a while back, the last time I had the excavator out here was about 9 months ago. It was March 2025. I was working on this piece of road here, and I ran out of time like usual. So what my thoughts are behind this, I made a little diversion road here that's going to go at a lower grade than what the road is that I'm standing on here. This section here, it's a little too steep to make it up with a full load on the trailer. So by going on the side of it it'll allow me to do a milder grade, and I can go out straight far enough to get the trailer and the truck straight, and then back up and keep dumping spoils going up that way to the top of this ridge where I want to put the stone dome structure with the water tanks in it for the permanent water supply down to the valley. So I'm going to keep working on this, and that'll get me the opportunity to lose these spoils that are over here at the pond that I left from digging out the lower portion of the pond this last time I had the machine out here. Yeah, along with this pile over here. That's from a while back. That was almost 2 years ago when I dug that little pocket out and had that spoils piled up. So I'm going to sort all the rocks out of it, because I'll be, using all the rocks in different locations around the ranch. I'm not going to let any of that go to waste. And the rest of the spoils will be coming up here on the road. This is what I'm going to focus on first. It's cleaning up around the pond, because some of that's displacing the potential water catchment, and that's the main focus right now at the ranch, is water catchment. But I also need to be able to have access, and that's that other section of road that I showed y'all first. Yeah, it'll definitely be nice to be able to pull forward all the way up this road, around, forward, head that way, and then back up to get all these spoils up this road. That's going to save a lot of time. It's going to take a good bit of spoils to build this out to the height that I need. I want it slightly pitched back this way, but not enough to make the water want to run fast down it. That actually rains on that section of the road. Let's go down there to the pond real quick. So here we're on top of the spoils pile. It's been here for about 2 years. It's still a good chunk of spoils to move. It's probably 30 feet across, and I'd say an average of 6 feet or so tall, 2 meters. You can see the deep spot right there in that pocket where I dug, that little shallow land bridge that goes across. Well, there's our other pile of spoils that was from the last time I was out here with the excavator. I made good progress on getting the pond a lot deeper. Sure is a beautiful sight seeing all that water in there. All those bird droppings here. All these are droppings. Mostly dove, white-winged dove. We do have some other species coming in. There's one of the feathers from them. I know that one year there was thousands of them over here during the summer. Let's go over there to that spoils pile that I'm going to take out first. Yeah, that's a pretty good pile here. This thing's probably 60 feet long, and I'd say probably 16 feet high in the tallest spot right in here. There's our other spoils pile we were on a minute ago. That's a lot to move. I'll get it out of here though. That'll make a good step in the right direction on the road. Got some more cattails coming in right down there. It's on the spoils pile though. They're going to get taken out. I'll probably transplant them to another spot that they can stay. I'll probably try to leave as much of this vegetation right here that I can, even though it's actually on part of the spoils pile. Magic's happening. Just got to keep going at it. It's going to be a beautiful sight when this thing goes another 360 feet that way. Another 200 feet that way. I'm standing on where the beach area will be, right in here. All this will be beach. And you can see the start of the radius that's going to go around. That won't ever go underwater even when the pond's completely full. It'll be just a few inches above the max peak of the water. We'll have some fruit trees and palm trees planted in there. And then it'll drop off down to a 25-foot deep channel through here, so we have a good bit of volume stored in the pond. We lost a lot of water in these monsoonal events because the catchment wasn't there, unfortunately. I'll get there. Just gotta keep going. So right here where the main creek dumps into the pond, is that big leaky weir that I made. It's about, I don't know, 5-6 feet high, 25 foot thick of just rock. And it's actually deeper than that because this was the creek bed right here, and I filled that in. It was about another 4 feet deeper. So a lot of potential for water to flow underground through here. When we had that big monsoonal event, it carved out this section here, which is pretty good size. I'm probably going to take a load of rock from the roundabout that's in the middle of that roundabout and dump it over here and try to build this back up a little bit. I don't want it to keep calving off until it gets back to the leaky weir. Later on, I'm going to fix that. It's not going to be this trip, but I'm going to key in some concrete with rebar and make a little band of concrete all the way across here. I'll embed rock in it so it actually looks like rock, but it'll have some, concrete and rebar reinforcement. And then once I get this section of the pond down to that 25 feet, I'm going to build up in step levels, probably about every meter, every 3 feet, all the way back up to the top to meet this. So that water, when it flows, it'll cascade down each one of those drop-offs onto a nice solid surface that won't erode. Within my lifetime anyway. So that's on the to-do list this trip. At least get the rock back in there so it doesn't keep getting further and further back. Yeah, such a beautiful day. You can hear a jet way up there somewhere. Can't see it with the light cloud cover. I can just sit here and stare at this pond all day, but I can't get anything done that way. All kinds of activity in here. The water bugs. Really liking how all this grass is coming in over here. It's looking nice. Especially right around the trees where the animals don't have access to it. Yeah, it's gonna look nice when I build that stone wall down this side that drops all the way down to 25 feet. That's that little section of wall that I already built. You can kind of get an idea of what it'll look like. Yeah, it'll have a nice look to it. I'm going to build some stones where they stick out a little bit so you can use it like stairs coming up it from the bottom, or get down to the water as well on that side. I think I'll probably do that every 50 feet or something like that. I think that'll be a good little feature to have. You can see the methane coming up in the water right there from the bacteria breaking down all the organic material down there, making some good fertile soil for the future. Bacteria is not nearly as active as it would be during the summer months. It's still working though. Beautiful sight. Well, that's all the projects I have planned for this trip. I always put a lot more on my list than it's possible to do in the amount of time that I have out here, but I found that motivates me to try to get a little bit more done, I think. Well, if you like what I'm doing out here and you want to help speed this project up, there's a few ways to do that in the description. Buy me a coffee is one. There's also Amazon. Every little bit will get me closer to being out here full time, making this project go a lot faster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.